Greenlight financial analysis work report.
Probably quickly run through this. The Finance Committee reviewed this tax order, as I mentioned. This is a tax order under the General Services Contract to employ Ernst & Young and HNTB Engineering. And the Finance Committee reviewed this with considerable council.
So, thank you for approving that vision, because that makes this item a little easier, that makes this item a little easier. When we go step by step, there are things that we as technical staff need you to agree to in order for us to do the best work possible. Financial analysis is refinement of where we've been, how we should what, taking the vision and we what, how and when, and showing people how and when we're going to implement this. We can take it to committees and endorse the board, that endorsement of the Greenlight elements for that very reason. We will also take this concept of the vision to the Greenlight Council, culmination of the committee process, the civic business and the government needs to come together and solidify it. Over the next couple months, we're going to raise additional improvement on today, one of those things. And if we improve this item today, one of those things in October, financial analysis, refining all the financial analysis that we've been doing, and also talking about what will the vision look like, what will this vision look like 5 years, and on the ground 15, 5 years, we can tell people 15, what are we going to do, we can tell people what are we going to do. We're also going to finalize the land use, the land use concepts that we want transformation on before, land use side, transformation happening, the land use side, the impact that it has on our land use. And in November, that final endorsement of the Greenlight land use. We have been talking to our new general services consultant, about especially refining our financial about refining our financial assumptions. Turned out to get a financial vision for the alternative analysis. Now we turned out into a vision for us how we can. Now we need to take this around to see how we both at a system level and do this around the project, both at a system level and on a project by project. We would need to do this in order to attack this ask to take our project, to ask them to participate in our projects. It is better for us to do it now so that we are targeting as potential people before they go to the next round. You have before you the scope that we've been working on. You have before you the scope that we've been working on with August, more September. August and more September. They will review and refine the assumptions that we've been working on. That includes taking another look at the alternative analysis costs. Remember, those costs were working on the 2010 and 2011. We've been working on the 2011 dollars. Maybe there are things that change. The economy has changed. We've also maybe there are some lines that they can adjust. We've also had some alternative assumptions that were made for that alternative analysis. But we have made our imagining is what's in some of the last years. Based on national results of what they've been seeing over the last 8 years, we need to look at those strong approach and making sure we've always got a very, very conservative approach in our making sure whether we have projects right. And Ernst & Young will take a look at our, you can tell us whether we have been right to be so. They will also look at our money forecast. One of the things we haven't done is increase. They will also look at our credit forecast. One of the things we haven't done is increase the amount of federal funds that we receive about what we're going to do. Again, trying to be conservative. They will also take a look at how we will take on. They will also take a look at how we will take on the debt for major capital. They're going to take a look at how sensitive we need to fluctuations. They're going to take a look at how sensitive we want to fluctuations and overall fluctuations of the economy. And overall, again, the assumptions of how conservative this scope work In October, again, this scope report will advance and we recommend bring you in that phase that I mentioned. Those will be refined, new recommended assumptions, as well as refined based on their national goals. Some of those policy recommendations, as well as some policy recommendations. Some of those policy recommendations, how much of that one can be working on the budget, how much of that one is engaged as a year where we are that would be in a year where we are paying annualized costs early, as well as identified money for the rail. There is some opportunity before the rail is operating. We put that early when we set aside money for the rail operations before the rail is operating. We put that money as well as what other technologies we want to set aside, but there will be the policy recommendation as well as what other that we want to set aside in preparation for they will be taking a look at risk mitigation and recovery. We've been asking questions about what are your backlogs, if you have another recession or if the cost increase, and make sure that we're getting that recovered. How will we prepare for those issues and make sure that you're not recovered or getting the promise people what are the first things they will take a look at those. Well, again, I think the most important thing is telling people what are the first things, what we're looking at. What will they see from that early action? When they finish that, and what service company will then say that early action have a refined plan. When they finish that, and then we will then say that I have a refined plan to be later, and then we can take it to you in October by the department that says that will be later. But in October, we say we can have that as a plan and we refine it. You know, when we're going to implement things, and we have that task work order. It's the cost of this task work order is what is the price is $280 million. That's why it's before us in early February. We've already discussed making this particular task in early February. We talked about hiring a consultant to do just this. That was at a slightly different cost, so we'd like to discuss that today, with scope and the resources.
Any questions from the board? Any members of the public who wish to speak on this item? Any questions from the board? Any members of the public who wish to speak on this item? Let's get a member of the public first and then we'll go.
What I don't see here is any discussion of whether Ernst & Young. What I don't see here is any discussion of whether Ernst & Young's projections on ridership are about the same. Because these actually projections on ridership, fare box, et cetera, actually have background in rail transportation. Later, a lot of trail runners for machines, relay days, crossings. But this is about computerized for relay days. But this isn't about me. This is about like protecting the taxpayers. This is about people like you may not know Russell Mears, who passed away last year. He was the Wounded Knee played the last in the movie, and was and so he was the Wounded Knee protest in the 1970s, and was to sue Indians. So I think he firmly established liberal credentials there. The case was thrown out due to prosecutorial misconduct, which you don't see often, but it happened in that case. He later ran for the Libertarian ticket, losing to Ron Paul in 1987. Taxpayers going to be the last. I wonder what he would say if he was here. Are you looking out for his interests? Or the taxpayers going to be the last? Is there really critical thinking? Commissioner Long mentioned about this issue and also other positions. Commissioner Long mentioned rail and air. The main opposition to the transformation of the railroad was the percentages, where no one would themselves about Northwest Rail commercial air, something covered in air called politics by Leonard Lurie. Talk about No one questioned air power, no one questioned commercial air. Air was one of the few growth industries in the 1930s.
The civic community.
We talked about a tax line. This is a tax bill, $30 million for $100.
You're on my way to Costco.
The civic community is what all the daytime. Who has time?
I was very surprised by the language.
I just stopped. I This is my first board meeting. I don't plan to go anything.
I'm pointing out that.
I was very surprised by the length of the discussion here without anchoring your transit plan in the community.
So,
And I don't try pointing out the elephant in the room. You wouldn't be having this. I don't charge you this kind of thing for the lens smackdown last time.
I do insist on all.
So, I don't try to be strident.
Think really hard about these.
I don't try to be insulting. I don't set out to be rude. But
Please ask.
I do insist on all of government. And I would ask you to think really hard about these issues because there's billions of dollars at stake.
As
So please ask yourself, we'll finish up, Chairman Downey, please ask yourself on this particular point, it has Ernst & Young's previous work turned out to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on this item? Board members have motion
Speaking to a farming.
discuss Greenlight financial analysis. Commissioner Beck.
I was speaking to a farming, this is the DOT, maybe just going back on question about my communication with the 18th replacement of the bridge, and they came up with a number there could be a plan for the replacement of the bridge, and they came up with that, and that was so long to they said, we put it in the radar, I don't know, rail, the part of the T, it's, we take it as a total of, you wonder this, so it seems like a huge difference, and implicit, I don't know, and most of our discussion on companies plans has been, we were assuming that at some point, she's going to be able to have a real implicit role. And most of our discussion on some of these plans, we were assuming that at some point, whether the other somebody available from financial planning for that, something else, so when we're talking about it, doesn't seem to plan perhaps that financial planning for that, but when we're talking about
Get an update on the last MPO meeting, at least as of that date, scenario with the transit corridor.
At the last NPO meeting, at least as of that date, the scenario with the transit corridor hadn't had the financial assumptions yet. There's several build options. Some of them have the financial pieces to them, but that element is not. We'll start back in May, by the end of September. And then
The opportunity there
they
is
look
to
for
break
the opportunity
the cost of the
to
bridge
fund.
up.
Because in Washington, where TBARTA back in May, having that discussion, the opportunity there is to break the cost of the bridge up with the transit corridor identified. We can look to federal grants and FTA grants to match our state and local grants. But yet, and your discussion, I'm sure is accurate, but the MPO has not seen, or anyone has seen the FDOT's final assumption of what that particular scenario would cost. But we will have that by the end of September.
I'm not sure who.
Any other comments? Commissioner Rask.
What process, I'm not sure who, but that's Brad, that RQ, and how do you determine? What process do you do of the organization you have given before us? RQ, it's a big question. I mean, it's been asked, what are you looking at, how do you share
Yes, this was a hauler, general services consultant, part of the discussion, and hired Jake to know Oliver, and we did the financial consult part of this. And so part of the discussion and all of the team made that the procurement process follow those consultants. And so from this work, all of the FTA and procurement processes, we follow those to competitive bids and consultants. this work, and then we are now able to.
But that's kind of related
to general services consultant.
There's financial in this program, you know, how much is it costing?
But that's kind of related to,
I'm asking you, once you're
There's financial.
financial, how are you looking, how else do you implement this process?
I'm asking you, once you look it up, how else?
Did not include price.
Well, this consulting firm does not all, did not include price
And then,
or the
once we
rates
identified the
at all in
HMTV
the evaluation. It was totally based on their
one of
quality,
the top 2 ranked
100%.
then
And then, once we identified HMTV and their team as the one of the top 2 ranked firms, and then Sandra did a month worth of negotiation on price.
And then, vote the project that they gave us as references, for those references. That was, we were also able to do projects that they gave us as references, so those references were tracked. We were also able to talk to,
So you check their references to projects they've done and nothing like that, the work that they've done.
So you check the references and projects they've done and compared that to what they've done.
Thank you. Mr. Scott.
Not finished.
Thank you very much. Chelsea answered or asked a lot of my questions, but we had
Thank you very much, Josh. This is answered and asked a lot of them, but we had a good discussion on all this.
consultant committee and study.
Caused by
Part of the discussion,
$200,000.
this plan is going to voters through the discussion. You understand that?
But
We
we
had
had
the
the
discussion
discussion
in order to have correct.
This plan is going to the voters through the discussion in the parent.
I'd like to spend
We had to do this in order to have correct people assumptions in order to be able to. So, I'd like to spend money on here because of services that people quality otherwise. They assume that the work was constantly before and quality.
Now, add on to Councilmember Johnson.
One of the things that you just add on to the discussion at the finance committee. One of the things that we did suggest that we added would be a financial plan summary, including the narrative that would be tables in the format that the general public would be able to pick this document up, look at it, pull it off the website, for instance, and get a concise understanding of how things are fitting together. We've got some complexity in our financial plan that we say that a certain amount of this is local funded, but that really means funded out of those one cent sales tax, that there's still going to be fare box revenue and some of the other revenue that we get. So I think that's very important. The thing that we didn't talk about that came up this morning was some of the benefits. And I don't know whether this path includes some of the financial estimates of the benefits, the economic benefits that would accrue to the economy from the development of transit-oriented. And to me, those are a lot more intangible. But was there any understanding that this would address some of that?
That was not intended to include that particular research and analysis. We have done that as part of the alternatives analysis, looking at the environment that program would include us in improvements and the effect on the economy. Every dollar that you spend on transportation improvements, you get 250 or more of that, and the other 250 come back to the county itself. We also talk about the alternative analysis to create 67 jobs in the regional jobs. Primarily in the county, but it's a regional model that would be economic forecast. We also, because this project is always been about partnerships, we're doing it, we are partnering in the business community on looking at economic impact study. So I would like to be a partnership about doing that and independent look at the effect of this project and that's consideration on overall.
Thank you. I just wanted to
Councilmember Newman.
This was the recommendation
For how many?
We had seven consulting firms apply for the general services contract. We interviewed five and selected two. Over a period of months.
Thank you.
And this is
This
another
is another
example
example of how this plan changed. We had this high-level financial view of the turnover analysis, and then through the ACPT and their input from the business leaders that wanted more detail. We have CEOs of large corporations that have these kind of budgets they work all the time, wanted to see numbers that weren't there. And in response to that, we move forward again, giving information in response to the community. And I understand they've been given the opportunity to review this on the business community panel, and I'm sure we'll hear from them regarding their input as we move forward. Other comments or questions?
where is the $270,000? That one grant that was done.
Okay. Second, all those in favor?
No.
Okay, thank you. Item, Barton, MOU that we went this
So, Q&A about the grant from the state for smart meters on all of our buses. This is a $4.4 million grant. A little over $9,000 from that grant. We overall, it's about a program that is providing interoperability systems across the. There's a lot of positive discussion about what this program means for not just for PSTA, but for the entire region. Working through some of these specifications, scope of work, our PSTA staff together, close together, to make sure that we're providing the right and bid out for the procurement of this equipment. When we discussed this, we thought it would be good to bring in a subject matter expert to write those specifications, and part of the PSTA being the largest distributed providers. We had a staff level agreed that split the cost of creating specifications and not take it out of the ground unless TBARTA is practically exactly the kind of thing they would like to support. Would like to give us the money for creating those specifications through their 5307 grants. This is the first year that TBARTA will receive the 5307 grants. So we were also able to restructure some of their grant line items so they support projects, continue to support projects like ACP. This would be a pilot project for them, would also be able to help us because they are out, just starting out, grant 5307 in the way that they're moving the federal government. The federal government suggested that during our next split session, every year, we sit down with PSTA and part of BARTA to discuss what of the TBARTA discuss what of the formerly Greater Region from the Fed and coming to the region and how discussions of TBARTA. In the next split discussion, that TBARTA would return that money to us, and that TBARTA talked to FDA about was what it says, and what they allowed is that to allow process for FDA, as well as for process for, as well as the agreement that has part of you, so the agreement that we have on our board, there's the board for their
speak on this. Motion?
Move,
I just had a question, point of, I heard you say that you $1 million to the beach.
That was for the equipment itself, staging or mobile, staging or mobile that we will receive.
But how much I heard you, is there a portion of that 1.4 million that we just
Yes, the first phase of the project, the first phase of that project, 4 million, a little above that 1,000, 4 million, will be at 900,000, the remainder would go to park, and the remainder would go to park, and we got 30,000.
Thank you so much.
This is a great,
And this is a great step in recommendation for the region to involve the transit agency.
we heard earlier about the
We
communication.
heard earlier about the communication element between
Has
PSTA
that
and
come up at
TBARTA.
all in this discussion?
Has that come up at all in this discussion, aside from the fare collection and the next steps that we're going to partner with them, that maybe there is opportunities to
Communicate if one's too
if
much.
buses communicate if one is 2 minutes late or something like
Yes,
that?
there are other opportunities. Yes, there are other opportunities. We have to talk to the bar on a more regular basis. We're operating on a